What going on? I didn't do the normal introduction video of who I am and getting to know me. This video could solve that purpose. I guess I could include a little bit of why I started doing YouTube, but it's also to answer the questions that I get asked on a daily basis by people that I talk to for the first time, I guess you could say, or people who know me for a while but never really asked me questions. And I also have a couple questions from a co-worker who've been wanting to know the answers to these questions for a while apparently. So that's what we're doing today. Ready? But real talk though, the number one question that I get asked as soon as people meet me is if I'm from Jamaica or Africa. No, I am from the US Virgin Islands. I was born and raised there, St. Thomas to be exact. Some people know it as Charlotte and Ollie. My name is Nichelle. I forgot to include that. And I am 26 years of age. I sound like I'm ready for a pageant. I just so goofy, I can't stop laughing at myself. Wow. But yeah, that's the number one question that I get asked. Another question that I get asked a lot is if I live in a hut and I wear grass skirts back home. No, I don't. I wear regular clothes and I live in a house that's made from concrete. All the houses, well not all, but majority, if not all, well not all, I meant most. Wait, that's the same thing as majority. Anyways, majority of the houses back home made from concrete, well buildings and houses. So I live in a concrete house and no, I don't wear grass skirts, I do wear the same kind of clothes that are either way. Pants, shirt, shoes, socks, belt, panty, bra, boxers. What language I speak? I speak English. It's just broken English. And I have an accent as a result of me being from an island where broken English is the dominant dialect. I have never spoken a different language. I know how to speak proper language if I have to. I just don't. But I was started in school and I know how to do it if need be. Why am I in Virginia? I came to Virginia for school and I just ended up staying here. That's the top 3 questions that I get asked. Oh wait, that's 4. That's the top 4 questions I get asked. Off rip, off the bat, from almost every person. And I feel like honestly that number one question, just about almost every Caribbean person, they get asked that question as a number one question. If ain't a Caribbean person that asking them where they from. Because Caribbean people know that you have different places other than Jamaica, but a lot of people who are from the Caribbean don't know that. We can go into the questions that my coworker wanted me to ask. I have a list. It's a lot. The first question is, what do you get mistaken for the most? A Jamaican or a African? Not saying that anything is wrong with being African or Jamaican, I'm just not. What do you miss most about the islands? I miss mostly being surrounded by my culture. I miss everything almost for real. I miss the beaches, I miss being with my family, being able to just go up the street. I be like, okay, now what are you saying? Chill with my family members and loved ones. I miss that a lot. I really do miss just being surrounded by my culture. If you could change one thing about America to make it more like the islands, what would you change? I change the culture, because really and truly, the culture is so different back home versus the culture here in America. For one, the culture back home, I mean, I ain't saying it's the most loving place ever, but you just automatically feel like you're surrounded by love sometimes, versus up here, it's more like cold and distant, if that's a good description. Not that it's a bad thing that that's America's culture, because that's America's culture, but it just ain't my culture, and that's probably the number one thing that I would change. I've back a more friendly and more mannered in terms of mannerisms. Like when you walk in some place, everybody gonna be like morning, afternoon, good night type thing. Up here, sometimes, I mean, if you get into a store, they might be like welcome to such and such, whatever. But most times when you walk in a building or an elevator or something, some people might give you a little nod or a hi or the look, like, or the type smile. Every now and again, you get people who say morning or how you doing. I think it's how you doing is what they say. But it's more, I don't know, more together kind of, even though it ain't like togethered place, because I don't think you have a most together place. However, you understand what I'm trying to say. The next question, what is the culture like? Wow, I'm answering these questions without actually reading them. But yeah, that's basically what the culture like. Anymore, it's fun. It's like upbeat, and everything back home they close later than up here. No, not everything, because the food places they close early. But in terms of like the social life and stuff, partying and stuff, everything they finish about 4, sometimes a little later. It depends. It have a lot of good food, like cooked food. It have fast food, but you could go someplace and get like cooked food, like, well, fast food is cooked food, but you know what I mean, like a meal, like rice, a side, an entree. That's what you call it, an entree. You could go and get an entree at multiple spots on a daily basis, and it's like you have a home cooked meal in front of you, kind of. Versus only having mostly fast food options to choose from. I really miss that too, and I like that about my culture too, because I love to eat. What made you come to Virginia? Do you plan on staying here for good? I can't tell the future, so I don't know, but I don't plan to. That was the question, right? Well, I don't plan to stay here for good, but I can't tell the future, so I don't know what's gonna happen. I come to Virginia for school. I end up staying after I graduate with my degree. Yeah, I have a bachelor's. Yeah, that's what I came to Virginia for, and here I am. What is your preferred choice of music? Calypso. Now, I don't really have a preference in terms of music, because I mean, if it sounds good to me, I gonna listen to it, whether it's rap, reggae, dancehall, hip hop, calypso, soca, R&B, pop music, gospel. It just, as long as it sounds good to me, I listen to it for real. But I do have my moments where all I listen to is calypso, because it'll make me feel closer to home. And calypso is mainly our type of music back home. Yeah, that's the type of music I like. I'm versatile. What is an island tradition and or celebration that most wouldn't know about? Carnival. Okay, so the Virgin Islands made up of 4 islands technically, but we have 3 main ones: St. Thomas, St. John, St. Croix. St. Thomas Carnival, well, this is the US Virgin Islands. The British Virgin Islands have their own islands and their own carnivals. I'll get into that maybe in the next video, but for now I just talk about the US. So we have St. Thomas Carnival between April and May, St. Croix Festival between December and January, and then you have St. John 4th of July celebration, which is also their like carnival festival, and it's between June and July. That's like major. That's when we have the carnival queen, princess, prince shows. The different schools have competitions so that each school could have a queen representative for the island. Then we have parade. The parade consists of majorettes, marching bands, steel pan, troops, jumbies, like all kind of different stuff. I feel like everybody needs to experience carnival once in their lifetime, in the island especially. Is there a difference in the food? If so, what are some of your favorite dishes? Some of my favorite dishes is conch and saltfish. Conch is a sea snail, and saltfish is saltfish. I don't really know how to explain it. It's like what you would call, I think, cod up here, but I don't think it's the same thing. It might be the same thing, but that's 2 of my main dishes, favorite dishes back home. It have a lot of other stuff like fungi and kalaloo, plantain. A lot of people know about plantain from the Jamaican restaurants. That's something that we eat a lot back home too. And like I say, we have a lot of places where you could go and get basically a home cooked meal, not only of conch and saltfish, but of like chicken, regular fish, shrimp with rice and peas and mashed potato, green banana. Oh yeah, we do eat green banana. You don't boil it. What else? Vegetables. So yeah, that's the main differences. And some butter sauce with some scotch bonnet pepper. I think tastes good bad. Everybody need to try it. How is the school system? The school system goes just like America school from pre-K all the way up to 12th grade. And then we have a university. In our schools, we're taught more than one type of history. VI history, Caribbean history, US history, and wall history. I might be missing a history, but I don't think so. I think that's all the histories we taught. So we versatile in terms of the different types of history. We have AP classes in high school. We have honors classes. We are taught proper English, but we still speak raw. I don't know how that actually will work, but it'll work. Is the dating scene any different? I mean, man is man, but yeah, it's different. A Caribbean man different from an American man. I feel like Caribbean man, there's more. I don't want to say there's more of a gentleman, because every place have the good and the bad. So Caribbean have the good men and they have the bad men, just like America have the good men and they have the bad men. But what I will say is that they ain't as crazy as American men in terms of rejection. Back home, if you reject a man and he ain't like it, yeah, he might be like, your mother this, your mother that, or he might cuss you, call you the B word, He might be in feelings a little bit, but he ain't gonna go as far as to follow you, try to kill you, or be like really mad to the point of where he want to harm you or something type thing. And I find that to be like American men up here. Sometimes when they get rejected, they get real mad and offended, and I don't understand why. That's one difference between Caribbean and American men that I've noticed. Of course, the race different, the customs, the mannerism, everybody different. You have the good, you have the bad. You have some Caribbean men that act like American men, and some American men that could be Caribbean men in terms of how they act and how they raise or whatever. It's just, man, a cultural difference, to be honest. Is the cost of living higher or lower? It's higher. Way, way, way higher. And it's mainly because of the importing fees, I guess, that they will be charged to bring the stuff in. We don't have tax, but we make up for it by the prices being so high. A while back, somebody was telling me that a bottle of apple juice, like regular apple juice, cost about $7. I remember one time I was looking for a box of cereal and it was like $7 or $8 or something. It was high and I was like, what? Gas is more expensive also. I don't remember the gas price right now, but I know when I was living there, at one point in time it was almost $5 a gallon. You're driving up hills back home, so you're using more gas, especially if you're driving a big vehicle. It's a small island, but because you're driving up hills, you're gonna be at that gas station a good bit. It might be like 3 something now though, which is still high, but at the same time not as high, so that's good. Traveling, it depends on which state you from. To travel from here home is expensive compared to traveling from like Florida or Atlanta or DC. Even Richmond a little cheaper to fly from, but I think it's just this airport too. It just depends. It depends on what airlines the fly to and from whatever state you're in or the time of year. Living on an island, you have to fly everywhere. Unless you're going to another island, then you could catch the boat. Well, St. John or St. Croix or Water Island. Water Island is the smallest one. Ain't really much, but you catch my drift. Up here, you could drive from state to state. You can't do that back home. And that's another reason why things cheaper too. Because you could easily just say, okay, I don't hop in the car, I go into this state, fill up your car, you gone. Back home, you gotta catch a flight. Sometimes multiple flights. Then if you don't have family there to go to wherever you're going to, for whatever reason, you gotta pay for hotel and transportation. Meanwhile, up here, you can take your transportation with you, just pay for hotel, and you don't gotta pay for a flight. So that's the difference. It is higher, but I still love my home. Ain't no place gonna ever be more homeish than home. Home is where my heart is. Oh, I have one more question. This ain't related to who I am, but somebody asked me recently, like today, earlier today, if I have a specific skincare routine, because apparently my skin looks nice. I feel like my skin looks I don't know. I don't really have a routine. I actually about to start one though. I have this new skincare routine by my friend who in school to be an esthetician. She gave me a routine, so I have to go get the products. I just ain't really had the time to. For now, all I do is wash my face twice a day with Ambi black soap. I used to wash it once a day with the Dr. Bronner's soap because that's what I grew up using for my body in general, and I still use it. So I just used to wash it like in the shower at night, and in the morning when I wake up I'll use my black soap. But I start just washing it with the Ambi soap twice a day and moisturizing it. I would use rose water sometimes or witch hazel, but not always. Sometimes I forget, to be honest. Routines I forget, but I try and do better. I want to do better. I want my skin to actually look nice because I don't feel like it look nice. But I thank you for the compliment, and that's all I do right now. And drink water. Yeah, drink water. That's it. That's all. And I use a separate towel for my face. I don't use the same towel that I bathe with because they have people who actually do that. But yeah, I have a face towel. I think that's all I do. As a boy, I try and be a female. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them below. I going to do a part 2 to this. I don't know whether or not it will be soon, but I'm pretty sure I have some things that I didn't include. Oh, why I start YouTube? I can include that real quick. 2016, I fell in love with YouTube, not because of the money or anything, but because watching this channel and their like goals and accomplishments, like going to conventions, getting plaques, and just how excited they would be to have a certain amount of subscribers or a certain amount of views, or when people actually start looking up to them, not really like looking up to them as if they want to be them, but looking up to them as good influencers. I fell in love with that, and I felt like it was a journey that I wanted to take. I was like, oh, I want to go to a convention. Oh, I want a plaque, like stuff like that. It had just looked cool to me, and it had looked like something, fulfilling. And I also like to help people. I genuinely like to help people. So I was like, I want to do that. And it was 2016 that I decided I wanted to do YouTube, but I didn't really have the courage or the confidence. And I would watch YouTube and be like, man, I wish that were me. And I get tired basically of it passing me by for years. I've been talking about it for years, like literally years, telling people that this is something I want to do, and I just never actually do it until one day I say, you know what, I'd rather try and give it my best shot than sit and wonder what if while watching it every time, if that could be me enjoying these different goals, like and accomplishments, like going from hair to hair to hair to hair to hair to hair type thing. So I decided in 2018, this time of year, like exactly about a year ago, that I gonna actually go for it, but I had some fears and insecurities that I had to battle. So that's why it take about a year for me to actually post a video. It was just a long process, but that's mainly why I'm doing YouTube. I want people to be able to step out their comfort zone and do things that may not be the norm, or even if a lot of people are already saturating whatever it is you feel like you want to do, that don't mean that you still can't do it, because at the end of the day there's only one you gonna be doing it how only you could do it. And I think everybody should go for things that are dreams to them, or things that they feel will make them happy, even if it's something that's scary. And you can't grow in your comfort zone, so you gotta step out your comfort zone to do it. And here I am on my third video stepping out my comfort zone, because anybody who know me know that this was hard, but not like hard, but it was hard. So yeah, that's mainly why I started YouTube. This is just something that I always wanted to do, and I finally say I can just do it. And then I also used to see a lot of signs as to why I really should actually do it, or why I should actually give it a shot, I should say. And I'm glad that I did it and I actually started, because just like the little things make me happy. Seeing my subscribers went from 0 to 60, it was amazing. I ain't gonna even lie. Even though that's like real small, in the YouTube world, I guess. That's real big to me because I was scared bad. And I still have a long way to go. This is only my third video. And I really want to keep up with being consistent. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them. I will get to you. I will do another video more about me or answering more questions, because I really do get asked some weird questions sometimes. I think the weirdest question I ever get asked is if they have black people in the Virgin Islands. I black, and the person was like, no, but this person is black. I didn't know they had black people there. So yeah, comment them all, have fun, I'll respond, but don't be rude. You don't have to be rude. Thank you guys for watching. All my subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Hopefully if you're watching this video, you go and you subscribe at the end and just continue with me on my journey. I also wanted to record my glow up journey because I am a boy trying to be a female. I don't know how to do lashes, I don't know how to do eyebrows, I sure as hell don't know how to do makeup. And I mean, I don't really care to wear makeup on an everyday basis, but I do want to learn how to do it so I could stop being a friend to say, you could put on my lashes please, you could do my eyebrows please, when we're going out, and then I end up looking dusty because I don't know how to do my own eyebrows when I'm by myself. I also wanted to capture all of that because I'm gonna go from Nichelle to Nichelle. But yeah, check the man them later. You know where you really man them. Echo pan the Gaza. Alright, we're done.